Hey guys, before I get into the actual video, I quickly just wanted to tell you all thanks for watching. I know this is like a far cry from what I usually make, but bear with me. It'll get good. Now then, into the episode. If you've been on my channel for a long time or seen my Twitch streams, link in the description, just saying, then you'd know that I adore the Persona series. With all its twists and turns, I've been in love with this franchise since I laid my eyes on it in, I'd say, late 2019. However, as I was doing my yearly playthrough of Persona 5, I discovered something quite shocking. Now, if you don't know what Persona is, why are you watching this video? Okay, I guess I could explain it, but I'm gonna be brief. Persona is a video game series created back originally as a spin-off of the Shin Megami Tensei series. Way back by Atlus in 1992. Well, 1987 if you want to get technical, but it doesn't matter. The first Persona was released in 96 with Revelations Persona, and it kind of sucked. But then came with Persona 2 in 99. It also sucked. But let me skip forward through all of that. Okay, here we go. The first important Persona, Persona 3, was released 2006, which means I'm barely older than it. Dang, I'm old. But also means that Persona finally caught the public's eye, leading into a fourth installment and then eventually a fifth, and hopefully one day a sixth Atlas, and some others, but I doubt making a robot dance with Dog Boy and Literal God is important to the plot, so we're just gonna skip past all the spin-offs. Anyway, 5 now is like the hottest shit ever, right? And in this game, you play as the Phantom Thieves, taking hearts, romancing teacher. You know what? Let's not recap anymore. I'm sure there's a video or two on the website that will do that for you. All right, it's a huge website. It's fucking YouTube. Anyway. Before I go much further, major spoiler alert for the ending of P5, and to a lesser extent, P5R. I know that P5R isn't technically canon, and the things I say in this video aren't going to be relying heavily on P5R, but I still might reference a few things here and there that you might want to save for the actual playthrough. Also, before I get too far into this video, I just wanted to say, if you haven't played this game, play it. I know you have seen a million YouTubers talk about videos, or talk in their videos about these video games and theories about video games, and you've never played the game. If you're like me, you've never played the game, and you don't really care. But when I say go play this game before you hear about this theory, I mean it. Because not only do you need to know some basic things, this game changed my life. Before this game, I didn't really know just how good a JRPG could be. I'd play a Final Fantasy here and there, but I had no interest in JRPG style video games other than Final Fantasy. And at the time, Final Fantasy was not in its best state. 15. And so in my desperation to find a new thing to play, I came across this game, and it literally changed my entire outlook on video games and story as a whole. The way this game is made, it will make you emotional if you give it a chance. Now, with that out of the way, let's get into the rest of this. Now, whenever I play the games, my all-time favorite character is Goro Akechi. This carnival fire of a human being is both hilariously evil and evilly hilarious. And I'm here for it, alright? But as we play through the game, a few questions kind of linger in my mind, like, hey, why is Akechi able to use the meta-nav before the other characters? And why does the prison Igor guards have so many cells? And when the other Velvet rooms are singular, why does Igor feel the need to have cells not only in the main room, but in the back of the main area of the Velvet room? Why does Akechi have the power to just unlock his true persona with no effort? You know, no emotional dialogue or maxing out a confidant. Why does Akechi plot to kill Joker once they are in a police station when he could have just pulled a Light Yagami and evilly laughed as he shot him in the metaverse where he has, you know, magical powers? Anyway, these are some of the questions I hope to answer today, and hopefully I can shed a little bit of light on this situation. The question that always baffled me first was, Akechi doesn't do much of anything significant to unlock his true persona, but he still does. Another thing is, his original persona is Robin Hood, right? Well, maybe, but that doesn't make much sense seeing as he's a corrupt teenage prodigy detective with daddy issues. Yeah, this game gets weird, but does it get that weird? Why Robin Hood, a famous symbol for standing up for the little man? Why would he be picked for Akechi's first persona? It doesn't make much sense, because this persona would be an amazing choice for what Akechi plays himself to be. But he isn't. So why is his persona a loyal anti-hero? At first I thought that's what he saw himself as, but then there's the line, rob from the rich to feed the poor, which goes directly against his ideology. Bitch, you are rich. And on top of that, why is your outfit so, like, flashy and royal? And what the hell is up with that You know what? I'll get back to the mask. But first, let's propose my main theory. My game What's that? I'm being told I can't say that due to copyright. Okay, then, my game hypothesis. Is that good? Okay, the director's saying yeah. Is that Akechi, my game hypothesis states that Akechi was a lot more than he lets on. Even in his death, he never revealed this thing I found. Even after Joker fought two gods in the span of a freaking 3-month period, this was never revealed. Alright? My theory is... Hold on, don't click away yet. Hear me out, okay? I've been working on this theory for the better half of a year, and I'm still not sure if it's plausible or not. The amount of time I've sank into looking through individual lines of text in this game to find something that says otherwise to this theory, and I have found nothing. Although, I'm sure that somewhere there is a line of dialogue in this over 100-hour game that says some of this stuff is untrue. Long story short, this is for entertainment purposes only. Take with a grain of salt. Take with shaker of salt, actually. Perhaps like whole McDonald's fries worth of salt. Anyway, Persona 5 doesn't play much into Akechi's backstory. However, by piecing together a few context clues that we found, we can figure out three main things that back up this theory. 1. Igor has been taken captive by Yaldabaoth, the god of control, but also kind of god of malevolence and also just god or false god or whatever. Bad guy, alright? 2. Akechi's manipulation of the metaverse via his extremely powerful willpower. And 3. Akechi knows of the metaverse and also has known of it a lot longer than the protagonist. These 3 points help establish my theory. So let's start with the second one, as it's the weakest, and work our way up. Akechi can be semi-controlled in the main story of both Persona 5 and Persona 5 Royal. And for the beginning, it seems his persona is Robin Hood, the famous folk hero. However, later, he appears to unlock his true persona of Loki. We will talk about him later, but first, Robin Hood. I love this choice of Robin Hood because Akechi would most likely see himself as a suave, cunning hero to the likes of Robin Hood. However, in reality, this could barely be further from the truth. I believe that Akechi never truly owned the persona of Robin Hood, but instead had always used Loki just under a disguise. Loki in Norse mythology is the Nordic god of trickery and deception. Why would realistically Robin Hood turn into Loki once awakened fully? It doesn't make any rational sense. I believe that Loki had always been Akechi's persona, and that he simply veiled or cloaked it perhaps as a special move that Loki has to make it look like a different persona, like Robin Hood. Plus, I feel like Robin Hood would be too like on the nose for Igor or any other gods of the metaverse to have chosen for the detective prodigy boy. Like, it seemed like something Akechi would choose for himself. You know? That's it. Akechi chose it for himself. Hey, if you stayed this long after the credits, I appreciate it. Because I have a few tiny announcements. First of all, this video took fucking forever to make. I know it's obvious because my last video was like a year ago, but this video took a long time. You saw how much editing was done in this gosh forsaken video. So please, if you enjoyed it, consider liking or subscribing or something like that. And second of all, I have a Patreon now. So if you want to support me a little bit more than just subscribing, which, you know, no pressure, but if you find that you would really like to see more stuff like this and of higher quality and, you know, kind of push me forward, then I appreciate it, and it will be in the description. So once again, thank you for your time, and I will see you guys in the next video. This was originally supposed to be one really long video, but I ended up cutting it into like 3 or 4 like really short 10-minute long videos because YouTube is like that. Anyway, once they're all done, I'll probably make one that's just all of them edited together. Anyway, that's not important. Anyway, bye!
subscribe, sub, subscribe, subscribe, sub,
Sub- subscribe. Subscribe.